Arsenal confirm first summer move without official announcement. Arsenal's announcement was buried within a news round-up on their website. Arsenal have subtly confirmed the departure of defender Jakub Kiwior 3 years after he joined the club. The Polish international has been on loan from Arsenal at Porto since September 2025, and that move has since been made permanent. The Gunners quietly confirmed the news within a roundup of loan players on their website earlier this week. Beneath 2 paragraphs reporting on the progress of midfielder Fabio Vieira's loan to Hamburg, they wrote, Jakub Kiwior's move to Porto has now become permanent following the Dragões Liga Portugal title triumph last weekend. The Polish defender was an unused substitute in this weekend's 3-1 defeat at AFS, in which the team was rotated. Arsenal could end up making a profit on the defender, with loan fees, the transfer fee, potential add-ons and sell-on clauses adding up to make a total overall package of more than £22 million. In total, Kiwior made 68 appearances for Arsenal after joining for £20 million from Spezia, scoring 3 times, and providing 5 assists. Arguably his finest moment for the Gunners came in last season's Champions League quarter-final against Real Madrid, when he stood in for the injured Gabriel across both legs. In 2 games, he managed to help limit a Madrid front 3 of Vinicius Jr., Kylian Mbappé and Rodrigo to just 1 goal, as Arsenal won 5-1 on aggregate. He has since made 38 appearances for Porto across all competitions since his move last summer. The Portuguese champions announced the deal on their website earlier this week. His new deal will run until 2030 and contains a €70 million release clause. Arsenal replaced Kiwior at the beginning of the season with Piero Hincapié, who has quickly become a fan favorite. A look at the players who could be sold by Arsenal this summer and the transfer fees they will command. Arsenal may well end a 20-plus year wait for a Premier League title this season, but that doesn't mean that the club's decision-makers are entirely content with their squad, and there's every chance that a busy transfer window lies in wait at the Emirates. Partly, that's because quite a few current first-team players could be on the way out, creating holes which Andrea Berta's transfer team will have to ensure are filled appropriately. Current press reports suggest that as many as 6 current first-teamers could leave this summer, so we've looked at the players Arsenal might lose, and how much they'd get for them if they do. Gabriel Martinelli among multiple attackers who could leave Arsenal. Whoever stays or goes, it's likely that Arsenal attempt to sign a new left winger this summer, with the position having become a noticeable area of weakness for the Gunners partly due to the failure of Gabriel Martinelli to maintain the form he flashed a few years ago. With the Brazilian entering the final year of his deal, it looks likely that Arsenal will attempt to find a buyer. It's not clear, as yet, who's in the market, although a few press reports have put the asking price in the £50 million region, which may be optimistic given his contract situation. Barcelona have been tentatively linked, but are prioritizing a deal for Marcus Rashford. Atletico Madrid could be a better bet. With the Brazilian entering the final year of his deal, it looks likely that Arsenal will attempt to find a buyer. It's not clear, as yet, who's in the market, although a few press reports have put the asking price in the £50 million region, which may be optimistic given his contract situation. Barcelona have been tentatively linked, but are prioritizing a deal for Marcus Rashford. Atletico Madrid could be a better bet. Martinelli isn't the only forward whose time at Arsenal could be up, however. Both Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Jesus also have contracts which end in 2027. And there is speculation that both could be on their way out. Martinelli isn't the only forward whose time at Arsenal could be up, however. Both Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Jesus also have contracts which end in 2027, and there is speculation that both could be on their way out. Jesus seems the more likely of the two to leave, with his departure assumed by large sections of the media. Even if it's not clear where he might end up going, a return to his home country could be on the cards. Some press reports have suggested that Arsenal would ask for £25 million or so, but that will depend heavily on how large the market is. There has been some speculation over the future of Trossard, too, with Newcastle and Aston Villa among the clubs to have been linked with a bid by gossip websites such as Sportsboom. Saudi sides are also said to be interested, with £25 million again suggested as an asking price. Finally, a few reports have wondered whether club captain Martinodegaard might move on this summer, but as it stands, our understanding is that there is little truth to those stories. The sources appear to be a combination of a comment made by Joe Cole when acting as a pundit, and a story from a notoriously inaccurate Spanish rumor website. As it stands, there are no tangible reasons to believe that Degaard will leave. Elsewhere, there has been considerable recent speculation over the future of talented full-back Miles Lewis-Skelly, with the suggestion being that he could leave the Emirates in order to find first-team football elsewhere, having dropped below Ricardo Calafiori in the pecking order under Mikel Arteta. At the start, stories surrounding Lewis-Skelly focused on the possibility that he could be allowed to move on loan to a side like Everton or West Ham to earn some extra experience. But there have also been a rash of recent stories suggesting that Manchester United could make a bid in the hopes of landing the teenager on a permanent deal. Sky Sports have been among the outlets reporting the Red Devils' interest, and a deal would likely be worth a bare minimum of £50 million. There is also supposedly interest from several Premier League sides in Ben White, another defender who has struggled to get regular starting minutes this season. Chelsea, Liverpool and Manchester United have all been mentioned in admittedly speculative stories, with Football 365 reporting an asking price of £52 million. The primary sources for these stories, however, appear to be largely unreliable. Finally, there is every chance that midfielder Christian Nørgaard moves on, with Lazio, Ajax and Borussia Dortmund among teams said to have taken a look at the former Brentford man over the winter transfer window. Although the 32-year-old only joined Arsenal last summer, he has seldom been used by Arteta, and with rumors suggesting that the Gunners want to add a new midfielder to the squad this summer, Nørgaard could be squeezed out. Any transfer fee would likely be low.